In this video, we will see the solutions for the questions starting from 11 to 15. Now, this is the question number 11. What we have been asked is to find out the total sales made during the year. So, the data that has been given to us are one, the debtors. This is the position as of 1st January 2018, which is 1.3 lakhs. And then cash that we have received from the debtors, that is 4.2 lakhs. Sales returns, okay, so that is 35,000, and we have a bad debts of 15,000. And then debtors at the end of the year, that is 31st December 2018, and the cash sales made during the year is 4.6 lakhs. So now let us proceed solving this problem. So we will draw a particular account, a standard account with all these details. So we have the debit at the far left, and then credit at the far right, and then the particulars, and then the amounts. So the first item is the balance brought down. So we know what is the debtors at the opening date, which is the opening date for this period is 1st January 2018, and the debtors on the opening date is 1.3 lakhs, and 1.3 lakhs is something which is given in the problem. Okay, so that is what I am bringing here. Then cash received. Okay, so what is the cash that we have received from the debtors? Again, this is given in the problem. The amount is 4.2 lakhs. Okay, then what else is given in the problem? We have a sales return. So sales return will be a credit. So by sales return, the amount is 35,000. And then there is also an element of bad debt. So let us bring it down. Bad debts. Bad debts will be on the credit side. So that is 15,000. And then we have also been told what is the closing balance. The closing balance is 2 lakhs. Okay. What is the total of all of this? The total is 6.7 lakhs. Now you extend 6.7 to the left of the account, and what is it that you will see as a balancing figure here? Okay, so the balancing figure here is nothing but the credit sales made during the year. Okay, so the credit sales made during the year is nothing but the balancing figure, which is 6.7 lakhs minus 1.3 lakhs, which is 5 lakh 40,000. But what has been asked, you know, in the problem, so you just need to be bit clear here what has been asked. So don't just stop here. What has been asked is the total sales. Okay, so total sales made during the year, how you will find out? So the total sales made during the year is nothing but cash sales plus the credit sales. So cash sales again is given in the problem, which is 4.6 lakhs. To that you need to add the credit sales, which you just found out in the above account, which is 5.4 lakhs. So 4.6 lakhs plus 5.4 lakhs gives you 10 lakhs, which is the total sales made during the year. Okay, let us get into the 12th problem now. So from the following particulars, prepare bills receivable. It is account. I just looked at the book. In the book, I think it is wrongly mentioned as amount. You just corrected. It is an account. And compute the bills received from the debtors. So these are the particulars given, where they have given bills receivable at the beginning, bills receivable at the end, and then cash received for the bills receivable, which is 3.9 lakhs, and then the bills receivable which has been dishonored is 30 lakhs. So draw a usual account with the debit, credit, and particulars, as I have indicated below. And then let us start plotting the figures in this account. So what is the balance that is brought down? The balance at the beginning of the year, it is 1.4 lakhs, which is given in the problem, which is bills receivable at the beginning of the year. And then what is cash received for the bills receivable? Okay, cash account. So how much is the cash that we have received? It is 3.9 lakhs. Again, this has been given in the problem. What else? By bills receivable dishonored. Okay, so this is a credit item, bills receivable dishonored. So that goes into the debtors account. Okay, so I'm using a debtors account here, which indicates the bills receivable dishonored. This amount is 30,000. And now the closing balance, which is again given in the problem, which is 2 lakhs. So the total of this is 6.2 lakhs. So now I extend this total to my left side of the account, and then I'll get a balancing figure which will be 4.8 lakhs, and that is nothing but the debtors account, which is the bills I have received from the debtors. Okay, so this is what they have asked in the question. What is the bills received from the debtors? So the bills received from the debtors is nothing but a balancing figure in this account, which is 4.8 lakhs. Okay, now let me go to the next one, which is the 13th problem. So what they have asked you to do is to compute the total sales. Okay, there are some details given like debtors, bills receivable, cash received, cash received from for bills receivable, bad debts, and then you have a bills receivable which is dishonored, returns inwards. Okay, returns inwards is nothing but a sales return. Okay, and then bills receivable as at the end of the period, sundry debtors as at the end of the period, and then the cash sales. Okay, so you need to be clear what is the opening date here, or the opening period is 1st April 2018, and the closing period is 31st March 2019. So in order to compute the total sales here, you need to prepare two accounts. One is the bills receivable account, which we will first prepare, and then you need to prepare the debtors account. Okay, so let us see how we will do step by step. So we'll start with the bills receivable account. So in the bills receivable account, there are some details which have been given in the problem. So what are the details given? So we have the opening balance. So let us start with the opening balance. What is the opening balance? The balance is 60,000. So this is to balance brought down, which is 60,000. And then we have cash 1.6 lakhs, cash receivable for the bills, cash received for the bills receivable, which is 1.6 lakhs. And then we have bills receivable dishonored, which is going into a debtors account. This is 15,000. And then we have a closing balance, which is nothing but 90,000. So all these details have been already given in the problem. So the total is 2.65 lakhs. I'm extending it to my left side of the account. And then what will be the balancing figure here? This is a bills received from debtors, which is 205,000, 2,05,000. Okay. So what you need to keep in mind is wherever you are using the debtors account, all this will get reflected in the debtors account, which you are going to prepare subsequently. So there are two items from here which will get reflected. So you see this 2,05,000 and you see this 15,000. Both of this ensure that you are going to put it in the debtors account. So now I'm preparing the debtors account. So when I prepare the debtors account, I start with my opening balance of 2.5 lakhs, right? And then I have the bills receivable dishonored, which is 15,000. So this I'll be bringing it from my previous account that I just prepared. So that is 15,000. So my cash received is going to be 7,25,000. So what is this amount? The details are given in the problem. Cash received from debtors. Okay, so that is 7,25,000. And then the bad debts is 30,000, so which I'm bringing it down. So what are the other items? Returns inward. So I think I mentioned to you, returns inwards always means it is a sales return, so that will be a credit item. Returns inwards is 50,000. And then what else we have? So bills receivable account, if you recollect, we have arrived at a figure of 2,05,000 in the previous account. So that we will bring it here. Bills receivable account 2,05,000, and this gives us balance carry down of 2.4 lakhs, which is given in the problem. So I'm just copying or populating the figure here and the closing debtors to arrive at the closing balance of 12,50,000 on the account. So now this total I will extend it to my left side of the account, and then there is a balancing figure. So this balancing figure is nothing but the credit sales. Okay, so the credit sales is 9,85,000. Okay, fine. So what they have asked in the problem is to compute the total sales. So the total sales is nothing but cash sales plus credit sales. We know what is the cash sales. Cash sales is again given in the problem. It is 3,15,000. To that, if I add the credit sales of 9,85,000, I get 13 lakhs. So the total sales is 13 lakhs. Okay. Now I'm going to the 14th problem. So from the following details, calculate the credit purchases. Okay, so what they have given here is the opening balance of creditors, closing creditors, and then purchase returns, cash paid to creditors. So all that we need to do is just prepare one account, which will be the total sundry creditors account. So let us get into the action mode. We'll start with the creditors account and then start filling the details here. So we know what is the opening balance. So the opening balance will always be on the credit side here. Just keep that in mind. The opening balance is 1,70,000. This is again given in the problem. And then purchase returns. Okay, so this is 20,000. This is also given in the problem. Then cash. What is the cash that has been paid to creditors? 4.5 lakhs. And then what else is left? The closing balance. Yes, the closing balance is again given in the problem, which is 1.9 lakhs. So now let us see what is the total. The total is 6.6 lakhs. I extend this to my right, and then I see what is my balancing figure. The balancing figure is nothing but purchases. Okay, so this is a purchase which I'm doing on credit. Okay, so this is a creditors account. So whatever I do as a purchase with the creditors is always a credit purchase. So the total of the credit purchase is 4,90,000. Okay, fine. Let us move over to the 15th problem. So in this problem, they have asked us to calculate the total purchases. Okay, so the target is to compute the total purchases, and we have been given details of sundry creditors, bills payable, and then purchases, returns, cash purchases, creditors. So whenever you see the bills payable and the sundry creditors account, always keep in mind you might have to prepare at least two accounts, which will be the bills payable and the sundry creditors account. So let us start with the bills payable account. So on the bills payable account, what are the details that we have? We'll start with the opening balance. The opening balance is 25,000. Okay, and then we start with cash on the left side. So how much is the cash that we have paid for the bills? It is 30,000. And then what is the closing balance? Closing balance is 20,000. The total of this is 50. And the balancing figure, what I get here is nothing but 25,000. So this is the creditors account. So when I prepare the creditors account, I'll take this balance there. Okay. So now I start preparing my creditors account. So in the creditors account, I again have the opening balance which has been given in the problem. It is 30,000. And I have the cash that has been paid to my creditors. How much is the cash paid? It is 1,20,000. Okay, and then to purchase returns, which is 15,000, and bills payable. So this is something which we found out in the bills payable account. Okay, so that is 25,000. And what is the closing balance? Closing balance is again something given in the problem, which is 25,000. So the total of all of this is 1,85,000. And now if I extend this to right, it is 1,85,000. and then that gives me a figure of 1,55,000, which is the credit purchases. Okay, so now we know what is the cash purchase. Cash purchase is given in the problem. Credit purchase is also something which we have just computed here, which is 1,55,000. So the total purchases is nothing but cash purchase plus credit purchase, which is 2,25,000 plus 1,55,000 we just computed. This gives us 3,80,000. With this, we will stop this video. Thank you for watching this video.